Okay. Hello folks, this is some old slides from long ago. Now, this is like 1977 or 76. Terry, Sally, and somebody else in a pickup truck. I don't think I was sitting on the hood as they were driving. I think they were just getting ready to go somewhere. Drinking Rainier beer, as you can see. That guy might have been Charlie. What was Charlie's name?
Fisher.
Charlie Fisher, yeah. Her name tag, I don't remember who it was, but she was a waitress. St. Mary something or other. This is one of Roscoe's friends. I think he was a skier. He was expediter in the kitchen. I don't remember that girl's name, but she was a spark plug. She was a lot of fun. She was a good worker. I don't know if that's Jeff Radzikowski or not. I can't tell. But I don't think it is. It was the maintenance guy. Dishwasher, summer 1975. Nice guy, real nice guy. From Minnesota, I'm pretty sure. Me and, I don't know who that girl is. I don't remember her name. Some of you may. Some of you may. The dishwasher, I don't know who he is. Can't remember his name. Others of you who watch this on the St. Mary's website or Facebook page will recognize him, but I don't. Roscoe's friend again, an expediter, helping us move things along. I think he was a skier. It was Van McGuire. He's working in the bar, and then there was that little portal here where the waitresses would come up and get drinks for the customers eating in the restaurant, because the bar was on the west side of the restaurant. And he'd take their orders and back and forth through that little cubbyhole. Later on, about 20 years ago, he had a real bad stroke, Van McGuire, and he made it through. He survived. He was playing golf, and his wife was with him, and they got medical help, but he was in really bad shape for about 5 or 6 years, but getting better, and I lost touch with him. But he lived in, last I heard, he was still living in Minnesota. Now here we go. This is a nice one. Linda Swartz and the Olin, Danny On. I don't know who the other girl is, but that's a good one. Summer 75. There's Jeff Radzikowski. Down in the boys' room, getting our breakfast or lunch or whatever. Dick Hoyland. There he is again. There's Chrissy Wheeler, waitress, and I don't know who the guy is behind her, but he's a busboy. One of the maintenance guys, or maybe just a friend of Lucky's. These pictures are all, again, these are all from 1975 right now. Summer 75. Oh, see that blue Ford in the background? That's mine. My cousin Charlie, Dave Peterson, who worked in 76, Dan Middlestead, they came out to visit. Dan stayed and started working. They came out to visit, and we went up to Canada on one of my days off. This is Gunside Pass hike. Don't know who the guy is. Can't remember. But the goats were real, well, habituated to humans, and they knew that by the time we got up to Gunside Pass, everybody was sweaty. They'd come right up and lick your hand, lick your arm. If you're wearing shorts, they'd lick your leg to get the salt. Don't know, remember his name, down in the boys' room, looks like. The waitress, don't remember her name.
Kitty Will.
Pardon?
Kitty Will.
Kitty Will? Okay.
Kitty Hartle should recognize this.
Kitty, okay, that's Kitty. This girl, she worked in laundry, and she worked, I think she worked in the kitchen too, but she was a really good worker. Very conscientious, and you know, business, but then she, you know, done with work, she'd have fun. Always on time. Yeah, good employee. Not like myself. Oh, there's small Larry, and the dishwasher we saw earlier, who was giving me the finger. Yeah. I think that's one of the Welder brothers. I'm almost positive. There's Dick Horland again, goofing around.
Hang on.
Now, after a hard day of work, feeding all those people, everybody's tired. The dishwasher in the background, and the two cooks. I think a friend of Roscoe's again, a skier from Roscoe's wintertime exploits in Colorado. Somebody worked in, I think he worked in the boys' room, then he came, late in the season he worked in the upper kitchen. Rich Ultimus, he wasn't working at St. Mary's at this time, but he was working in the park. Stopped in to say hi. Some pantry girl, don't remember her name. But kid, I think he's got a monocular there, half a binocular. and the fancy water drinking cup on the side. I think we're going up to do Gunside Pass. Yep, that's Gunside Pass. It's looking north or northeast, I guess. And this is looking southwest. Lake Ellen Wilson in the background. Some girl that I'm bothering. Can't remember her name. She lived in Minnesota though. I remember we went on a few dates that following winter. Don't know, I can't remember his name either. Not very good with names. He had a motorcycle. That's a collector item nowadays. That's a collector item. I think it's a Suzuki 550. Those were nice bikes then, and they're nice bikes now. Worth more now than they were then. 3-cylinder, 2-stroke. Nice power. I think this is down in one of the lower dorm rooms of what a Motel 3 or 4, I don't know what it is. Across the street from the lodge. Can't remember his name. 1975. There's a sweetheart. Is that Kelly or whatever your name's, Steve?
Looks like Pegram, I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, it could be Pegram. Yeah, it is Pegram. That's who it is. Yes. Yep, that's Pegram. Chrissy Wheeler. Some of the maintenance guys working on something. Jeff Radzikowski. He lives out here now, you know, folks. He lives, he worked out at St. Mary's and then he went back to Minnesota for a couple of years and then he said to hell with it. He moved out to Montana and back out here to Glacier Park and he got a job working maintenance for Park Service. And so he worked for him for, I don't know, 35, 40 years. I don't know if he's retired or not, but he ended up being like a head carpenter in charge of historic restoration of like the Goat Hunt Ranger Station and that kind of stuff. So yeah, he got like 8 kids or something like that, 6 or at least 6. I think more like 8 or 9 children. Can't remember her name. I think she worked in either she worked as a waitress or she worked in the gift shop. I think she worked in the gift shop. All the maintenance guys doing their stuff, draining some hole, pumping some water out, whatever. One of the girls who worked in housekeeping. She was a slender little cute girl. I really liked her. I tried to take pictures of her. She never liked it when I took pictures of her. So I had to sneak around. Oh, here we go. I think these might be in backwards. This is Sheldon and Roscoe. Not Roscoe. Sheldon and Rocky. Roscoe and I and his kids went on a hike. I think we did Dawson Pitamakan. There's Roscoe taking a leak. That's me, pensive, bare grass in the background. That's a selfie. Stuck my arm out, took the shot.
Going too fast.
Blue Goose. Somebody driving the Blue Goose somewhere to go do something. The store before the supermarket.
Hang on, just slow down a little bit. I'm not able to keep up with. Okay.
I think that's the Mission Mountain Wood Band playing. They would play in the bar, the lounge upstairs. Well, no, that's not the lounge. But saw them at some bar, I guess. Lost Lake. Lost Lake. Adult beverages. Swimming in the lake. Can't do it anymore. Well, you could, I suppose, but it's illegal because of some clam or something. Endangered species that's in the lake. Mark McNulty. When they cut up this guy, he was hilarious. Here he is. I don't know who these guys are, but they're goofing around, having fun. They might have been just coming out to visit Mark McNulty from St. Paul, Minnesota. I don't know if these are employees or not. They got too long a hair, I guess. They must have been friends of Mark's. They came out and they're playing around. He was such a cut up. Some employee were going on a road trip on a day off. She was a pantry girl, I think. Do you remember her name? No, I don't remember her name. She was real nice. Oh no, maybe she wasn't pantry. Maybe she was a waitress. Yeah. This is a car, I just bought that car. I think that's Lyle. I'm not sure who it is. One of the guys up at the standard station. I don't know why it says Union. Or maybe I bought it, maybe this is in Kalispell. Because I went on my day off, hitchhiked over to Kalispell, I had like 125 bucks in my pocket, bought this car. And drove it all the way back to Minnesota that summer, in like late September 1975. Somebody up at the standard station working on one of the cars. Checking parts. Old school mechanics, these guys. Of course, this was old school 45 years ago. I think she was a pantry girl, not sure. Can't remember her name. There's some of the housekeeping crew. Some more of the housekeeping crew. The girl with the blonde hair here on the right, she quit after a while and went back to Minnesota. But she was a lot of fun. More ways than one, I guess you might say. Yeah. Jeff Radzikowski. Well, this is a nice hike that Dan Middlestead down here. Oops, right there, Dan Middlestead and Chrissy Wheeler and I took one day. We walked around Reynolds from Logan Pass. We just walked around the base of it. It wasn't, I mean, it was just real nice. And we didn't climb it. We were kind of too scared to climb it. We just spent the day up in Logan Pass, walking across the meadows. And that's St. Mary Lake in the background. And there's the remains of an old fire lookout right along this edge of this ridge right along here. There's some concrete and a little bit of metal. There's a fire, and there used to be a trail which zigzagged down on the other side, zigzagged down to St. Mary's Falls. It cut off from the St. Mary's Falls trail and the trail to Gunside Pass. But it cut off and went through some swampy areas and came up, zigzagged up the side of the hill to this fire lookout. And Barb Isdall and I did it one day. I climbed Red Eagle, and with binoculars you could see this old trail zigzagging up, and it wasn't on any of the maps at the time, and it had been abandoned. But her and I and a couple other people went up there, and it was pretty neat. Eating some berries. Coming around the back side, I guess. I remember the glacier lilies that day. They were just everywhere in the meadows at St. Mary's. Meadows at Logan Pass. Glacier lilies, there's just a field of yellow. It's really pretty. This is the start of the hike. And we went along over here, and I remember we went across that snowfield, and then we worked our way up to this saddle. And I brought some beer along. We had a beer in the saddle. That was nice, pleasant. Chrissy didn't know about that. I was kind of sneaking them in my backpack. And then we went around backside of Reynolds and back Hidden Lake Overlook and back to the Logan Pass. It was a nice day. Well, I guess that's me. Another selfie. And I think That's it. Yep. Next, next carousel. Oh, that's Dan Reinhardt. Salmo Reinhardt. I call him Salmo Reinhardt. That's the technical or the scientific name for a rainbow trout. His last name was Reinhardt, and I started calling him Salmo Reinhardt. And he liked it. He liked the salmon. He was in our jug band we had one summer for the talent show. He played the washboard and made some gloves, sewed some thimbles on the end of the gloves and the fingers, and played the washboard. And in the jug band we did one summer for the talent show. Some waitress, I think, I don't remember her name. Don't remember this guy's name either. These are, looks like maybe they're running from a bear. This is on going to the Sun Highway. I don't know what's going on there. They're running from something. I think this is Carthew Summit. Yeah, I think this is a Canadian Pass for the Carthew, and that's Marianne. Here, I can't remember, is that Ginger maybe? That's Beth. Not in focus, but that's Beth. She's real pleasant. I wonder if that's Ginger. Maybe it is. Don't remember his name. For her name, outside one of the cabins, the cabin square. Okay, here's a group of us at Carthew Summit. Yeah, I think that is Ginger. There's Marianne. Is that John Wayne? I think it is John Wayne.
Yeah.
There's Beth. Yeah, and I don't know who that is name or his name. But yeah, there's Marianne. This girl we saw earlier, I think she works in a gift shop. Ginger, Beth, John. Okay, and it's as you can see, the sign says Carthew Summit. Yep, looking at the United States, standing in Canada and looking at the United States. Swimming in some pond up there because it was a hot day. Dick Hoyland. he has his cabin made up with this parachute, It was like a hippie den, I guess. Matt McGuire, he was his roommate, worked in the bar. As I said before, he moved to Minnesota, married this woman I knew, and unfortunately he had a stroke, and I lost touch with him. He lived out in Seattle, I think it was for a while, or somewhere. I went to visit him a long time ago, but him and Dick from Great Falls. And then, who was the third guy? There's one of those triumvirate, three of them from Great Falls. Phil Sherman. Phil Sherman was the other guy. Can't remember her name. I think she worked in the pantry. Maybe it was housekeeping. Marianne. Well, so this were in focus, we can see her name tag. A lot of the film back then was so slow, and it had used such long shutter speeds to get good exposure when you're indoors if you didn't have a flash. So a lot of these indoor pictures or nighttime pictures, evening pictures in cabins are blurred. So that's okay. This girl, I think, well, I can't remember her name. I can't remember either her name. But she worked out there for more than one summer. That girl. What's it say in his name tag? Bill, maybe? I don't know. Can't remember her name. On a road trip, day off, driving in a car, heading somewhere. Girl from housekeeping. I think. I don't know. Quit taking pictures of me. Down in the boys' room, there's Terry Gerber with his Mr. Magoo glasses at the time. I'm Terry. Geez, God, I know others looking at this would have some more names. A nice girl, lived in Minnesota. Yeah, I showed some pictures of her earlier, yeah. Can't remember her name though. Pantry girl, I think. Do you remember her name? Okay. Barb Isdall. Yep. Barb Isdall. Came to visit me in the kitchen. Beth? No, not Beth. I can't remember her name. Or his name. One of the maintenance guys. Maybe she worked at the gift shop, I don't know. Down in the boys' room. This is in September 1975. He and I and Patty Greep and some others did the Highline Trail. I think it was my last hike I did that day. I think he was one of the maintenance guys. There's Patty Greep. There she is again. And a dishwasher, the one that was giving me the finger earlier photo. Probably the same day. Down in the boys' room. There's Dan Middlestead way in the background here, and I don't remember their names. Well, this is girl, she worked in housekeeping, yeah, that's right. I can't remember her name. She never wanted me taking a picture, as I said earlier. I guess he worked in the lower kitchen. It's like he's peeling potatoes. What's her name? Twyla? Yeah, that's her name, Twyla. Says that her name could be right. That's the chef that year, summer 75. That's how we ever called him, the chef. Some of the maintenance guys. This girl here, she was a fry cook. And I can't remember what this girl did. Maybe she worked in a gift shop or something, or the store. A couple maintenance guys. Oh, I know where this is the end. That girl and I, we drove back from St. Mary's to Minneapolis. Road tripped it back, the two of us in my 1963 Ford that I bought in Kalispell. That's her dad. Yeah, that's right. That's her house. That's her house in the western suburbs of Minneapolis. That's right. Picture's a little out of order. And there's Mary Stedgy. She was there to see us off the day we took off. That's my car in the background with stuff packed on top. Roger Motor, I don't know where this is. Lethbridge or something? But there is Roger Motor again. He's there to wish, and these other people. That's me, that's my schnoz, my nose, one of the maintenance guys, Mary Stedgy, some other girl, Roger, saying goodbye because they're heading back to Minneapolis. It's probably the 20th of September or something. Here we are. Mary didn't ride with us. She just happened to be by there and she said hi and goodbye. And we left that old $120 car, made it back to Minneapolis. I think I drove it for another year and sold it. Good old Ford. And that's it for 1975. This is 1977 or 78, after I got done working at St. Mary's. This is an Arbor Day celebration in Missoula that they would have every year. You might still have it. And there's me, and this is a former employee from St. Mary, and that's another employee from St. Mary. Those two got married. And I've been drinking and having some fun. That's a girl. I can't remember her name. I don't know where she worked. I know she worked at St. Mary's. We were friends. We drove back one summer in September together back to Minneapolis, and that's her husband. Well, before, but they met out at St. Mary. I don't remember who the guy is. Can't remember his name. Dick Corlin might remember this guy. That's Van McGuire in the background there. Van worked as a bartender in the lounge up above. That's Dick Corlin. Looks like he's not the clean-cut young guy he was long ago. I mean, in 75, 74, 73, whatever. There he is, going to college, University of Montana, at Arbor Day. And there's Lucky. It says Bonnie Raitt on the tour bus. Bonnie Raitt played at Arbor Day that year. That was kind of nice. I remember I spilled beer on her. I somehow managed to finagle my way backstage, and I was working the pump for the cakes, and I remember I spilled beer on her because I was kind of nervous, and I was showing her how the tap flipped on and off, and I flipped it and it splattered on her. She was really good about it. Anyway.
Is it all over, Rock?
I guess so.